Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is John Whipple with the Division of Agriculture once again for our Thursday Facebook Live, and today I'm out in Willow at the Prancing Peony Farm with Ethan here, who is a peony farmer. And I was just curious, we met the other day at the Willow Farmers Market, and I've been wanting to chat with a peony farmer about how the summer's gone. We've had an unseasonably warm summer, so I've been curious how that's affected the growing season, and I'm excited in general about peonies as a product in Alaska and a growing industry, and so I just thought I'd take an opportunity and chat. You can see, of course, their beautiful peony rows right behind us here, even fenced in. You got a pretty sweet setup here.
No, thanks, John.
Yeah, man. So yeah, tell me a little bit about it. This is the family farm?
This is the family farm. It's a dual farm. We have an equine facility over there, and back here is the peonies. We've been operating the peonies for about 6 years.
Okay.
And we've been on commercial for about 3.
Yeah, there's, as a lot of you out there know, there's a kind of a big front-end investment with peonies, right?
That's right. You tend to invest a lot at the beginning, and you sit there for about 4 years. You watch them grow, hopefully marketing during the time, and then at that 4th year, you can start harvesting.
So your first harvest is 4 years into the operation. That's, yeah, that's a big commitment. So it's pretty cool to see more and more people taking that leap. How many plants do you have here now?
There's about 845 plants.
Okay.
This fall we'll be planting another 75, and then that'll probably be it.
Okay. And that's on how much of a acreage do you think?
Oh, it's probably less than half an acre, but
Yeah.
it could be just about.
Okay. Okay. So it's very doable on us. You know, you don't need, 40 acres of land to run a successful peony operation, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's quite a bonus.
And so I'm curious, what's your business model? Well, who are you marketing to? Are you direct to customer? Are you selling to distributors? What have you been doing the last couple of years?
We are primarily direct to customer. We do farmers markets, and then we also have a website where bouquets can be ordered and to facilitate events or just to put in your house or whatever. We do have a little bit of a work with some florists, not much. It's mostly direct to customer.
Okay, well that's great, because if you want peonies, you know who to call. I can put your website down in our notes after this video gets posted. So you guys look in the notes in the description of this Facebook page or Facebook Live if you want to find that website and order peonies.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So I am curious. It was a warm summer, seasonably very warm. I grew up here in the Matanuska Valley, and as a kid, we definitely did not have this much sun. I was always a lot colder swimming in the summertime when I was a kid than we are this year. So how was that as a peony farmer?
Well, we got hot in August or in May, and we stayed hot for a long time, and that actually there were some benefits and there was some downfalls to that. Mostly, it was a very early season. We were harvesting in June, where most of our harvest is in July. Top of that, a lot of our mid and early season ran into each other, so we were harvesting everything at once. It was unusual. We also had to irrigate a lot just because of how dry it really got.
Okay, I was wondering if you had to do irrigation, and that was earlier in the season to get things going?
Yeah, usually we won't start the irrigation until middle of June, but we were irrigating middle of May onward into July.
Okay, okay. Having your harvest season truncated like that or compressed, did you find that was, I mean, obviously it sounds like a lot of work, probably long days, but aside from that, was that easier or better or worse, do you think, from a business standpoint?
You got it all out of the way at the beginning, but
okay.
You did have most of the flowers in the cooler at once, which is not ideal. It's better to have the early season cut, sold, and then while you're selling those, cutting the mid-season and getting those in. So it did get pretty crowded in the cooler, and everything did kind of bog down just a little. But other than that, things were done a little earlier. We could sell a little earlier. It wasn't too bad. Okay.
Well, that's good to hear. That's encouraging, because it seems like, I mean, who knows? I'm no expert, but it seems like this trend is here to stay for a little while. Last summer was pretty warm. This summer's pretty warm. Wouldn't be surprised if next summer's pretty warm.
We know what to do to prepare for it, so that wouldn't be too bad.
All right. Cool. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to tell everybody about your operation? It's you are at the farmers market in Willow pretty frequently. Any other places?
Currently, we this year are just doing the Willow Farmers Market on Fridays.
Okay.
We are doing a little bit more online sales than we did last year, which
Nice.
is nice. So that would be some more deliveries and more direct to customer. But otherwise, we will primarily, if you want to find us, you will find us at the Friday market in Willow. We're there every week.
Oh, and you were telling me earlier before we went live, you have several different varieties of peonies and different colors. Tell me about that.
That's correct. We have 7 varieties of peonies. They range from, there's 2 whites, there's blush, pink, and then coral. This year we did not cut the reds or the yellows. Next year we'll be cutting the reds, and then in about 2 years we'll start cutting on the yellows.
Again, with that long-term investment.
Exactly.
All right. Awesome. Well, Ethan, thanks for just taking a couple minutes, telling me a little bit about your operation. For those of you who joined us live, thanks for popping in. And until next week, actually, I take that back. Next week, we're taking a week off. 2 weeks from now, we'll be back with another Facebook Live. So until then, you guys have a good day.